It's already open? Yeah, it's already open. Cool. Alright, so welcome back. Today we're just gonna create the selected idea, and we're also gonna add some routes, or not routes, but some resolvers and guards to make sure that this idea is working correctly. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's see what happens. So currently, no wait, do I have to refresh? Yeah, I do. Alright, so currently there's no way to get to that idea. So let's do that. So let's see. In the current ideas, which is showing all of them, we're just gonna create not this one. This one. Alright, so let's see, I think the header would be a good place, and also the comments to be a link to the idea. So we're just gonna add the router link. Comments is right here. Router link is gonna be equal to an array. The first one being slash idea, and then the idea.id. And we're also gonna put that on the header, which let's see, just this one. Router link. Oops. idea.id. Alright. So once that's going, we'll have access to going to that place. Cannot match any routes. And that is because, let's see, first of all, I misspelled these things. And the second thing is we actually have to add routes. So let's do that. Here, path is going to be ID component is going to be the newly created selected idea component that we created. And this is called selected idea component. And just to make sure, I added it to the idea module. Oh, wait, it's right here. But it's not in here yet, so selected idea component. And that should solve the routing error. Boop. And there it is. Selected idea works. Alright, cool. Now, let's see. The next thing I want to do is actually display the current idea. So, right now it's gonna actually, let's create the resolver first. So, just make a new tab. And we're gonna, actually, I don't know. Does the CLI give me a resolver? Resolver features slash idea dash m features slash idea. Does that work? I guess it doesn't work. All right, we'll just do it. We'll just make it from scratch, which is fine. Touch source app features idea dot resolver dot ts, and then open that up. All right, so let's see. A resolver is an injectable from Angular. Is that core or common? Injectable. And we'll auto import as we need it. So injectable export class idea resolver implements resolve. This comes from Angular router. And why does it matter to us? I need a arguments. So let's just do let's do any for now. I'll fix that up in a bit. And now we need to have a resolve function. So that cleans up this resolve here. And all right, so when we hit this route, we want to resolve what the current idea is. So let's add some dependency injection. So constructor, and we want access to the store, which is of type store, and the store is of type app state. And this one is coming from the current feature module. And we're just going to return this dot store dot select. Well, not select. Is it select? Yeah, it is. State dot router dot state dot params dot id, and we're gonna pipe to only take one, so that there's no memory leaks. This observable will only emit one result ever. And then finally, in the subscribe, we're just gonna take the ID and we'll dispatch new load idea. I don't think this actually needs to be opened up, so I'm gonna make it a one-line arrow function. And let's see, this resolves a subscription, so I'll do that. There. All right. Now let's clean up the imports. RxJS goes up here. Okay. Now for this observable to take place in our routes, we're just going to add more properties to this path. Resolve, and if I remember correctly, this has to be an object. So data is equal to idea resolver, and then this module has to be aware of the resolver, so we're going to add it to the providers, which is an array idea resolver. All right. Okay, that takes care of that. So now when we hit that route, the resolver will resolve the params of the ID, select whichever that ID is, and then load it into the component. And then in our component, we could finally do select. So in here, we also need the store, which is of type store, of type app state, coming from this module. And on init, I'm just gonna do this dot store dot select, and I don't remember what that was called. What's the selector called? Select current idea. Select current idea, and I'm just gonna subscribe here so that we can see it. I'm gonna console log it, and all right. So with all of that out of the way, let's see if that works. And it does. So we go back to ideas, get another one. The current idea now is going to be this thing, but we now have two observables running. So we go to another idea, we're emitting even more. So we need to make sure we unsubscribe. So I'm going to make a private variable called subscription $, which is of type subscription. Subscription. And ng on destroy. Oh my god, I can't spell. There we go. ng on destroy we're just gonna do this dot, this dot subscription dot unsubscribe, and dot subscription. There. All right. So now, whenever we navigate away from selected idea, we're going to destroy that one observable and make a new one when we go to another idea. This way, we don't have to have too many things going on at once. And then for the view, I'm just going to reuse this current idea or this idea component in here. And let's get rid of some of these files. So that, I believe, is called app idea. And it takes in the idea, and we're just gonna, this is now gonna break, so yeah. So let's make sure we add that or that property. Idea, is of type idea, and replace this console log with this dot idea equals to the value. And there we go. And what is all of this? Cannot read property ID of undefined. Oh, right. That's because this is trying to do the thing before it exists. So I'm just going to do ngIf so that it doesn't render until we have the thing. Okay. So, and then, pop. All right. Now, the last thing I want to do before we go is to add a guard to this route, which is a special type of guard. So you'll notice that all of these are UUIDs. So we're actually going to make a regex to reject the navigation so that if we go to like any other ID, right now this is ID, we're going to get an error. So we're going to reject that from happening. So this error message doesn't happen. So let's see. First, we'll need a UUID, which touch source app utilities UUID.ts. And I wish I was more prepared because I don't remember the regex offhand. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it from my GitHub repository. Okay, so this is the UUID, which is a regular expression, and this is the regular expression. So this is what a UUID looks like. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. This thing is pretty crazy looking. All right, so now we're gonna make a guard. All right, here it is. And I put it inside of services, which I think is an okay place to put it. So touch source app services, and this is called a UUID.guard.ts. All right. At injectable export class UUID guard implements can activate and constructor because we need the store which this one I only need access to the router, so I could use the default one. And then finally we need the can activate, which will return an observable of type boolean. All right. So let's put this up here. And then finally, let's do the return. So this dot store dot select, and I don't have a special selector for this, so I'm just gonna do a raw selector. State dot router dot state dot params dot id. All right. I would add a observable pipeline, and the first one we're just going to use the take one, which comes from RxJS operators. Just like earlier, this will make sure that this observable only ever emits one thing, one result, I mean, so that we don't have any memory leaks. And then we're going to add a map, which is also from RxJS operators. So with the value, we're going to just do a uuid.test val. So why does this matter if incorrectly implements can't activate? Did you... Oh, I added the wrong thing. So this one, yeah, that's the correct one. Okay, so now we can check what happens. So here we go. All right, we actually have to add this in. So let's make sure we import this into our app module, which I'm going to add to the root. Providers here, UUID guard. That's fine. Save this, and then finally add the guard to the route, which is over here. We'll do a can activate, and this is going to be actually I think it needs to be an array. UID guard. Okay, that should fix the error of going to ideas slot. Oops. Ugh, let's just do this. So if we go to ID, it'll kick us out and it'll take us back to the root. Speaking of the root, I would like our homepage to actually be the ideas route. So I'm just gonna do path ***, and we're gonna just redirect to ideas. There we go. So let's weird. Does that do the thing? Path redirect to ideas, please. Huh. Alright, I'm just gonna remove that. And yeah, okay. Well, that's good enough for me. So what happens when I go to the root? Weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that, I guess. So yeah, now we could access this and um, I don't know. While I'm here, let's just add some comments to the thing. So I'm just gonna idea, not this one. Selected idea. Um, add div here. Ngif idea. Put this in here. And we'll just do, actually, we'll do P card. Um, idea dot comment. All right. There's a for loop that has to happen. So ng4 let's comment of idea dot comments, and the key is comment, so it's going to be comment dot comment. So that will be our cool beans comment. Let's see, on the front page, I don't think I have another idea with a comment. So that is a shame. But if we go here, there's no comments, and we go to the first one, there's a comment. So there we go. I think that's a good video to end on, or that's a good note to end on. So, yep, I'll see you guys next time.